Welcome to Iraqi Dinar News, your trusted source for verified updates and clear insight into the world of foreign currency developments. As of the current date in the USA, we are witnessing what many consider the most pivotal moment in the modern history of the Iraqi dinar. After years of speculation, cautious optimism, and countless delays, the silence has finally broken. Prime Minister Mohammed Shia al-Sudani went live on national television and delivered a statement that shook not just Iraq, but the entire dinar investment community. For millions who have waited patiently, the words they've longed to hear have now been spoken. During his televised announcement, Prime Minister Sudani confidently declared that the revaluation of the Iraqi dinar is no longer a distant concept, but an active, immediate priority. His message wasn't vague or evasive. It was bold, detailed, and structured. He confirmed that Iraq has entered the final phase of preparation for the RAV, and he made it abundantly clear that the groundwork has been laid. Everything from banking reforms to international collaboration is now in alignment. So for many investors, it was the first time a senior Iraqi official spoke this directly and decisively about the currency shift, and the impact was immediate. Sudani didn't hesitate or downplay expectations. He embraced the topic head-on. He noted that the financial institutions have modernized, inflation has been curbed, reserves have strengthened, and the international community now views Iraq as a stable and emerging economic force. These were the milestones investors had been watching for years, and now, according to Sudani, those boxes are being checked. The most powerful moment came when he stated, "We are no longer preparing for revaluation. We are ready." That single sentence lit up the global dinar community with a renewed sense of hope and urgency. Though he did not provide a fixed date for the RV, Sudani reassured both citizens and global investors that a formal announcement is on the way and that it would be made public in the coming days. That assurance alone triggered immediate market responses, including rising demand for dinar, surging interest from international investors, and a spike in online engagement across platforms dedicated to foreign exchange developments. What followed was an outpouring of optimism, with many finally updating their investment plans and preparing for the reality that once felt like a distant hope. The confidence Sudani projected wasn't just for show. He backed it up with specifics. He confirmed that Iraq has tackled major prerequisites like eliminating corruption within government systems, digitizing the national tax collection process, and forming robust partnerships with global financial institutions. According to his speech, many of these reforms are either complete or in their final phase. This level of transparency marked a turning point for trust. For years, doubt and misinformation clouded investor judgment. But this live broadcast served to cut through that fog and solidify Iraq's intention to re-enter the global economy as a respected financial player. Following Prime Minister Sudani's announcement, the reaction across Iraq and the global financial community was swift. News outlets, economists, and investment analysts immediately began analyzing his message. Banks inside Iraq reported a noticeable uptick in inquiries about dinar holdings from both local citizens and overseas contacts. For many, the wait has felt endless. But now, with direct confirmation from Iraq's top leadership, the mood has shifted from cautious optimism to renewed momentum. One crucial part of the speech addressed the concerns surrounding redenomination. Sudani acknowledged the speculation and confusion that has followed this topic for years. He made it clear that if a decision is made to adjust the number of zeros on the dinar, it would not reduce anyone's holdings. Instead, he emphasized that redenomination is a technical strategy used in currency modernization to make transactions simpler and accounting more efficient. If this step is taken, it will be done through a nationwide education campaign, with every change communicated clearly to the public. Sudani's reassurance on this issue helped calm long-standing fears that investors might lose value overnight. Equally important was his emphasis on transparency. Sudani stated unequivocally that no private deals or hidden decisions will shape the future of the dinar. All updates, exchange procedures, and value changes will be shared openly through official government channels. He encouraged investors and citizens to ignore unverified rumors and instead rely on direct sources to avoid being misled. This commitment to openness is critical for rebuilding trust, particularly among investors who have been burned in the past by fake exchange sites or misleading promises. Sudani also addressed how the revaluation would benefit the Iraqi people directly. He explained that the government has designed support mechanisms to ensure families are protected from any inflationary side effects. Special programs will be launched to help low-income households and vulnerable communities adapt to the shift. The message was clear. The RV is not just about macroeconomic strategy, it's about improving daily life for Iraqis who've endured years of financial instability. International support played a major theme in his address as well. Sudani mentioned recent endorsements from the United Nations and global financial bodies, all expressing confidence in Iraq's direction. These endorsements are not just symbolic, they're essential. They give international institutions and currency markets the green light to treat Iraq as a stable and credible economy. Without this backing, any reevaluation would be viewed with skepticism, but now the global stage seems ready to receive Iraq as a legitimate and rising economic force. He also gave praise to the Central Bank of Iraq for its role in achieving this milestone. According to Sudani, the bank has completed system upgrades, implemented international standard regulations, and transitioned almost all government and banking transactions into a fully digital format. This digital transformation was a final hurdle many analysts believed Iraq needed to clear. Now that it's complete, the infrastructure for a successful, secure revaluation is in place. Global observers were especially encouraged by this development. One of the final and most important takeaways was Sudani's explanation of why 2025 is the right time. He reminded viewers that Iraq could not afford to rush into a revaluation before it was structurally and reputationally ready. Years of groundwork were required. With inflation now under control, banking systems modernized, international cooperation strengthened, and economic credibility restored, Iraq is no longer asking for trust. It has earned it. And now, the world is watching. If you're a dinar holder, the next step is to stay informed and protect your position. Secure your documentation, avoid unregulated exchanges, and keep a close eye on verified updates from the central bank and official government channels. The announcement was more than just symbolic. It was a signal that the gates are about to open. But as always, only well-prepared, patient, and smart investors will benefit fully from this historic opportunity. Thank you for watching Iraqi Dinar News. If you found this update valuable, hit like, subscribe, and share this with someone who's been waiting for a real breakthrough. Let us know in the comments, do you believe the RV is finally here? And how are you preparing for what's ahead? Stay informed, stay alert, and stay ready.